But after 3 of the 5 lose, what changes does he have after week 3? It's now time for Stephen A's list.
Well, first of all, Molly, watch your mouth because I'm not competing with anybody. This is my list. It's the solo thing going on right here. Ain't no competition here going on. We're going to get to the top 5 teams in the NFL. Let's start at number 5 right now. Give it to me. Drew Brees, the Saints. Is there anything else to talk about? He's a bad somebody, ladies and gentlemen. Completing 80% of his passes. Hasn't thrown an interception yet. It's Drew Brees and then everybody else in New Orleans. I don't even know why the man doesn't have a masseuse, pedicures, everybody, manicures, anything he wants, give it to him because that's the only reason New Orleans is relevant. But because of him, they're top 5 right now. Let's go to number 4, the city of brotherly love. How can I leave the Eagles out? Carson Wentz has returned. Your defense shows up. Alshon Jeffrey ain't even back yet. You got Nelson Aguilar. You got Jay Ajayi and Clement. And you got Carson Wentz back with a good offensive line and a defense that shows up and somehow a team that finds a way to win. That's what a top 5 team is made of. I've got the Eagles at number 4. Number 3, the Jaguars. I understand a loss is a loss, but the Jaguars, they won the NFC Championship game last year. Their defense is elite. Make no mistake about it. And more times than not, they're going to win. They're Rough Riders. I got love for them. That's why they're at number 3. Number 2, Ryan disagrees with this, but who gives a damn? Because he is interested in L.A. Just like Max is interested in L.A. The Rams, excuse me, they won against the Chargers. I saw some shakiness with Jared Goff, even though he came on strong. Todd Gurley could ball. Their defense is there. Akeem Talib and Marcus Peters are out, by the way. They're both injured. We'll see what they do right now, but they're number 2. But here's the biggest reason they're number 2, because of number 1. You see these Kansas City Chiefs right here? I'm telling you right now, ladies and gentlemen, Patrick Mahomes, yes, he can ball, but that's not it for me. How many people, do you see how wide open these dudes are? Who's going to guard Tyreek Hill? Who's going to guard Kareem Hunt? Who's going to guard Sammy Watkins? Who's going to guard Travis Kelce? These boys are so phenomenal offensively. This might be the most potent, hold on, this might be the most potent offense.
Yeah.
This might be this might be the most potent offense since Air Coryell with San Diego, or the greatest show on turf with Marshall Faulk and Kurt Warner and those boys.
So what
That's why I got them in number 1 right now.
So what you did basically was you watched Get Up, you saw my list, and you just rearranged everybody so it could feel original?
Actually, I turned my list in before Get Up, and I didn't need to watch you on Get Up because I was coming on Get Up. So I was the star track.
So what you're saying is
I didn't see it is what I'm saying.
The TV in your office here works. I
wasn't in the office.
I did have these 5 teams.
That's a bad list, Ryan.
What do you mean it's a bad list? It is the right list.
No,
it is the only list.
By the way, the Saints point differential, it's terrible. The Saints are plus 1 point differential. That's not a top 5 team.
And so is Kansas City's.
No, Kansas City. First of all, you don't get to put
Kansas City number 1. Yeah, you don't get to put Kansas City.
You've been talking about Mahomes.
He's
got a point to you. How do you figure?
Loaded question. Go ahead.
No defense.
That was the
objection leading the witness. Just like I said.
I saw Molly post. He may be young, but he is ready.
I did not say anything about Mahomes. I said Tyreek Hill. And Sammy Watkins.
You say they don't have a defense, and in Mahomes you're not ready to
So tell me how the list is bad. So tell me how my 5 teams is bad, then, man.
First of all, the Eagles don't belong on the list right now. The Bucks beat the Eagles, and they have a better point differential than the Eagles, and they play better than the Eagles so far.
Stop looking at the numbers.
How about this? Can I watch the games? They beat the Eagles.
Right, without Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
Nothing. That's a difference.
They beat the Eagles.
We're talking about a guy that was going to win the MVP last year.
Did they win or lose? They're both 2-1.
Hey,
one team has a win against the other team.
Oh, my goodness.
And a better point differential.
It's not the AP poll.
Okay, look. Well, number 1 has to be, can I bring up point differential now? The Rams, who are plus 66 on the season.
Okay, you can bring them up now, because that makes my point. Cool. That's number 1.
First of all, what don't the Rams have? An elite defense, an elite offense, a quarterback, former number 1 overall pick, who's getting it done. Maybe the best running back in the game, an offensive line, receivers everywhere you look, a forward-looking offensive scheme, like the best defensive tackles, number 1 and 2 in the game, playing next to each other.
Excuse me, I have a loaded question for you, Stephen A.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm looking at the records here. So the Chiefs are undefeated. This list is week by week, just last week. How about Miami? They're 3-0.
Yeah, Miami's not on the list.
Tell me. I'm allergic to giving Ryan Tannehill that kind of praise. That's just me. Now, I know that he's won. I know that they're
Detroit,
undefeated. They're undefeated
Titans,
in their last 10 starts with Ryan Tannehill. I'll give you that. So that's a good argument.
losses.
Time out. Can I get back to y'all point?
They don't tie teams like your squad.
Can I get back to y'all point about the Rams?
Wow.
Pay attention. Rams. Y'all 2 points. Yeah. Who are their first 2 victories against?
Raiders.
They played the Raiders.
And who's the second one?
The
Cardinals.
They beat the Chargers this week.
Really? I mean, the Cardinals.
But you beat them like you're supposed to, though.
I understand. That's why I got
It
him
was
number 2.
blowouts.
That's why
It wasn't close.
This is why I got him number 2. That's why I got him number 2. But I'm just saying, if I think you had a bye week for the first 2 weeks of the season, really, and then you showed up in week 3, I mean,
the
I'm allowed
Raiders
to
were
look at your
hung
top
tough
2
in
instead
the
of number
next 2
1.
games.
That's what I'm saying. Don't give me no.
But the point is they hang tough. They barely lose 2
Raider
games,
Nation,
but they get blown out by the Rams.
Game, the return of Gruden, the
Right, so
black
they should have
hole.
been excited.
No, I'm
They
saying,
should have
first
bought.
half-
The
listen,
Rams are the
first
best
half,
team
it
in the
was
league,
interesting what
Stephen A.
happened to them in the second half. They got exposed. We know what the Raiders are, and we damn sure know what the Arizona Cardinals are.
You're intentionally
We
being
know
a
that.
contrarian because you know the LA Rams are the best team in the league.
I disagree.
You know they're number 1 right now.
What I'm saying to you
they
is right
score
now,
like Kansas City,
no,
but they
don't.
defend.
No, they don't. They do not score like Kansas City.
Yes, they do.
They do not score like Kansas
Yes,
City.
they do.
They do not score. Listen,
Well,
what
we
they
can
did
look
against
that up,
Arizona for the
actually.
game, Kansas City did in the first half against San Francisco. Stop it. That's not true. Okay? It's not true.
Well,
it's not the truth.
The Rams have scored 102 points, right?
I'm right here.
And Kansas City has scored 118. So in 3 games, Kansas City's had a more prolific offense. But actually, how did Kansas City fare against the Chargers? That was a tough game where the Chargers receivers dropped a lot of passes.
Balls very
or else
early.
maybe they win that game.
Oh, that's what we're going
Kansas City's number 2, though.
Okay.
Kansas City's number 2, Stephen A.
And I got him number 1. And you got the Rams number 2. So, all right,
You're
there's
just
a
not
tomato,
allowed
tomato.
to put Kansas City. You talk about Mahomes, you're not convinced, and the defense is no good, and you got him number 1.
The defense is highly suspect, and I don't say anything about Mahomes other than I want to see more because the receivers
So
that
why
he's
do you
need to see?
No, the receivers that he's throwing to are wide open. They're that lethal. I mean, there's no comment. They make everybody look
How
like
are the
mincemeat.
Eagles
That's
on your
all I'm
list?
saying.